All right, now we're going to test it again. Second time is a charmer. Day 5. My body is a miracle, and yours is too. Right? Oh my gosh, can you believe it? My body is a miracle. Your body is a miracle. This whole thing, like this flesh, this body that we get to take care of. We get to take care of it. And I'm learning so much about my body and how to take care of it. It's just mind blowing sometimes. And then to find out the infinite intelligence of my body. Oh my gosh. Who knew that my cells were so smart? And I want you to know something. They can hear. So everything that you say to yourself in your mind and everything that you say out loud, they can hear. They can hear it. And guess what? They understand it. So, whatever it is that you're saying about your body, if you say things like, I don't like this, or I wish this was different, or I hate that, or whatever, any kind of judgment and that you're vocalizing it, you're speaking it, your cells are actually hearing that. So we have got to be super, ooper duper careful about what we're saying to our body. What is our mind saying to our body? And what are we actually speaking to our body? Are we speaking words of support and encouragement and strength and empowerment? Or are we speaking words of failure and defeat? And, so these are just things to pay attention to. So your cells can hear what you're thinking. Your cells respond to your thoughts. They respond to the words that you say about them. So let's begin to have a new dialogue with ourselves. Let's begin to tell our body how much we appreciate and love our body. Oh my gosh, I love you so much. You're such an amazing body. Oh, so much gratitude for my body. Oh, and for all of my intelligent cells. They're so smart. My cells are so smart. They're so intelligent. Oh my goodness, they're doing such a great job of keeping me all together. I'm so grateful to my cells. Oh my gosh, super intelligent cells that I have, right? And they're working really hard, and I appreciate their hard work. Oh yes, I do. Oh yes, I do. So this is day 5 of me sharing my personal journey with you as far as health and wellness, living and embracing a life of radiant health and impeccable well-being, right? Isn't that what we all want to live? Because I think that one of the keys to happiness is healthiness. Is that a word? Healthiness? It is now. In any case, your health, it really does make a difference. And the older that I get, the more and more I am paying attention to my health and to my body and how my body is super intelligent, and it's telling me things all the time too. Like I can remember when I used to eat at a meal, and sometimes I would just get like just a little bit of heat. Like I would feel like a hot flash would come over me, and I get a little hot, and I kind of like break out in a little bitty tiny sweat across my forehead. I thought, wow, maybe it's that I'm allergic to food, something that I'm eating. Or maybe it's the toxins and the chemicals. Maybe it's the pesticides. Maybe it's glyphosate. Maybe, because these chemicals can be found in our food, right? And you can actually have a physical response to them. So I was kind of curious as to what was I responding to, right? Was it actually like a food that I was having an allergic reaction to, or was it something else? Well, I can tell you now that I've done blood work, and I've done food testing and food sensitivities and extensive food sensitivities testing. I've done all kinds of testing in the last year. This was at like 2023 for me was a year of getting all of my health kind of in the forefront, like bringing it all forward because there were so many things that I just didn't know, right? I hadn't been to a physician in a period of time. And so I hadn't had a physical examination in a minute. I didn't feel unhealthy. Um, However, as I was getting older, I started to notice some changes in my body. And there's definitely some changes happening inside of my body as I'm aging and I'm a woman. And so I began this journey to discover, well, what is actually going on with my body? And where does my body need more nurturing and more care and more attention? And how is it that I could create an environment for myself that would foster impeccable health and radiant well being, right? How could I do that for myself? And so I actually started a couple of things. I started following this woman. Her name is Dr. Mindy Pels. She has a very popular YouTube channel, and she talks about women and hormones um, and fasting, like how we can navigate our lives and how powerful our food choices are, and not just our choices around food, but around when we eat and how we eat our food, right? I had no idea that I was going to learn as much as I'm learning about eating and about certain things that I just had no idea were happening with my body when I would do um, things I just didn't really ever think about, like having a glass of orange juice in the morning or uh, having in the afternoon, having like some fruit for as a snack, things like this. And I became aware that there are definitely times that you want to eat things like that, and and there are definitely ways that you can prepare yourself to eat things like that. And when I'm talking about things like that, I'm talking about sugar. I'm talking about uh, a cup of orange juice is a lot of sugar. There's a lot of sugar content in that, right? A lot of when you drink a glass of orange juice, you are you are skyrocketing your blood sugar very quickly because it's just like a whole cup of sugar. And the same way with when if you're having like an orange or something in the middle of the afternoon, after it's been a minute since you've had anything on to eat on your stomach, that can also spike your blood sugar. And spiking our blood sugar happens to not only spike our energy level, like takes us up on a real high, but then it also brings us down very fast. But it also has that kind of same erratic thing with our emotions, kind of takes us on that same like roller coaster ride. And so, and then there are like things that happen inside of the body, like processes that engage and things that start happening. And, it's, it can kind of throw you out of balance, right? When your glucose levels are going up and down, and right, because you're just eating sugar at random times, and it's your sugar is actually starting to spike and fall, and right. So I learned that there are ways that we can slow that down. you know for one thing, eat something before eating sugar. So the best time to have dessert is at the end of the meal, because you've already kind of like lined the digestive tract. You've already kind of set up your your stomach, all your digestive juices, your biome. You've set that all up, right? Because you've already been sending food down into your digestive tract. And so by the time that you get to the end of the meal, everything is nicely coated, and so that when you do introduce sugar, you're not introducing sugar so quickly and so intensely that it causes your blood sugar your glucose to spike. It's actually is secreted into the bloodstream at a much slower rate because you already have this lining in your uh, in your intestines, right? In your stomach, right? You've created this protective space. So I want to say hi to some people here. Hello, hello. Oh gosh, you guys are here. If any of you were here the other night when I had no sound, I'm hoping that you can all hear me because nobody's saying, there's no sound. I can't hear. Okay, good. Good. Well, welcome everyone. It's so good to see you. Yes, Lisa and Betsy. Uh-huh. So good. And Debbie, that's right. So good to see all you here. So learning, hello, Leanne. Learning so much together. So I wanted to talk to you about my last video, day 4. We talked about intermittent fasting. We talked about like the 12 to 15 hour fast, right? And the benefits of that, and how when we actually fast in that way, we can really help our body to stay in a balanced state of health, right? And it just kind of keeps our system, like if we're doing pretty good, fasting for 12 to 15 hours a day will just kind of keep everything like nicely going, right? Keep all systems running good. However, let's just say you got a little bit of a health challenge or whatnot. And so you're looking to repair the body in whatever way. It could be, physical pain, it could be emotional, could be whatever. Right. So you're wanting to repair the body. Well, that moves us into the next stage of fasting, and this is called autophagy. And autophagy, I love autophagy. Autophagy is the time when your body goes into cellular repair. Right? This is where the cells start to detox. This is where the cells start to fix themselves. This is where we make that conversion from we've already exhausted because we haven't eaten yet, right? So we're talking about 17 hours is normally when autophagy kind of begins. And it goes from 17 hours to its peak is at 72 hours. And that's a 3-day fast. So at 17 hours, you start to hit autophagy, and autophagy is where the body actually begins to heal itself, right? And your body is super intelligent because your body's a miracle. And because your body is so smart, it's so smart. Your body knows exactly where to go in the body to begin the healing process first, right? Your little even mind doesn't even have to be even involved in this. It's just automatically going to happen. Your cells are super intelligent. They go to the place where the healing is needed the most, and they begin the repair work there. So when you move into a state of autophagy, it will continue to build, right? Until it reaches a peak at 3 days. So the longer that you can stay without eating, because the way that you break your fast is to introduce sugar into the bloodstream. So that would be like drinking something sweet or having a sweet or starch snack or whatever. That will, if that goes into the bloodstream, that can break the fast. And the other one is protein. Protein can also break your fast. So you want to stay, the longer that you cannot eat, the longer that you can stay in autophagy, the longer your cells will be able to do the repair work and help to detox your cells and bring your body back into alignment, back into a state of health and well-being. This is so important. So as long as you can go, if you can just delay it, for a little bit, a few hours, just keep pushing Anything past 17 hours, just keep pushing into that, because that's the gold. That's the gold right there. I don't know if you've heard it said, but they talk about like doing like cardio exercise, like jogging. And they say that like your first 20 minutes of jogging is just kind of getting warmed up, right? It's everything after that 20 minutes that has the real payoff. It's kind of like the same thing. It's like those first 20 minutes are just getting you warmed up. Once you get to that, past that 20-minute point, that's when it starts really getting revved up. That's when you start really burning calories. Have you heard that when they're talking about like jogging or doing some sort of exercise like that? We kind of hit this zone where we stop burning the sugar in our blood, because we burn it all up, because there's not a lot of sugar anyway, because we haven't been eating for the last 17 hours. There's no sugar in our bloodstream. So, with no sugar in the bloodstream, the body looks for energy and it goes to the fat and starts to eat the fat to provide energy for the body. So your fat stores are all of a sudden being reduced, right? They're being converted into energy that your body is using. Yay! That's a win-win. That's a win-win. So, as long as you can go past that 17-hour mark, and I know it's like, wow, I don't even know if I could do that. And when I think about it too, I'm like, I don't know if I could do that either. However, I'm thinking about doing a 3-day fast next week, maybe starting Monday or Tuesday. I'm going to feel into it and look at my schedule, because I have this thing going on with my thyroid. And I'm thinking that maybe I might be able to reset my whole system, my whole whatever's going on with me, if I can go 3 days without eating. So I know that I can do it. I know that I can do it. Is it going to be a challenge? Absolutely, of course. I haven't water fasted in a long time. I've juice fasted, which is a little bit different, because you are getting nutrients from the juices. And most of the time, my juice fast was vegetable juices. However, I know that I used fruit juices as well for taste and flavor, right? Because sometimes greens can be a little bitter. They can. However, I have trained myself to drink bitter things like that anyway, because I know that they're going to be good for me. You know? So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to do it because I know it's going to be good for me. Right? So there's that. Let's see here. Oh my gosh, yeah. I think I can do it too. So I'll probably just figure out what day I'm going to do it on. But it'll definitely be next week. But I would like to go 3 days just to experience it. And it's been a minute. It's been a minute. But I think that it would be very helpful. I kind of feel like it might actually like reset my whole system, which I think would be in order for where I'm at right now. So autophagy. Autophagy is something that if we're looking to heal the body, then it's important that we, if we can, move our bodies into autophagy so that we can begin to activate healing within our own cellular makeup. Right? That's powerful. That's really great to be able to do that. So, So think about that. Think about fasting. Go visit Dr. Mindy Pelz, Pelz. Go visit her YouTube page. She has a ton of information on fasting, on hormones, on women's health, on eat this, don't eat that, on vitamin supplements, on all kinds of stuff, So whatever piques your interest, just go take a listen to her. She has a lot of really good information right now, and I'm really following a lot of her protocol, and also doing what I'm being advised to do by my chiropractor, right? Because I got all these tests done. I have in the last year, I've had a hair sample test done, which was like all around minerals. Where is it? See. Tissue mineral analysis. All right. So that was my hair sample. I talked about all about my minerals and things that I'm deficient in. This is my food sensitivities test. That was really eye-opening, right? And I've had blood work done, all kinds of blood work. And yeah, I'm actually in pretty good shape. I just got this Hashimoto's thing happening with me. And so I'm really focused on figuring out how to give my body what it needs in order to move through this transition in my life in a state of grace and ease. Right? Because I get to pick it. I get to choose it. That's what I want. And so I'm learning a lot of things, learning about, what to eat, how to eat. I'm learning about whole foods, things that I already knew. However, there's additional information that I'm getting that's just kind of like sealing the deal on that. It's like, okay, now I know I'll never do that again. Just kind of like times when I've been like, yeah, well, whatever. But it's like, oh, all right, now I understand. So it's just been very, very helpful. And yeah, I hope that this is all helping you. And so for me, day 5, autophagy. How do we actually begin the process of repairing our bodies and allowing ourselves to trust in the divine intelligence of our bodies to actually heal? Wow. And we're so smart. And all we have to do is learn what foods to give our body to support our body as it is renewing itself on a cellular level. And it really doesn't seem like it's that hard. I don't think so, but we'll find out, right? Okay. Well, you guys, I love you. I love you. I love you. And I'm looking forward to day 6. We'll figure out what that's going to bring. And have an awesome evening. And I'll talk to you guys again later soon. Bye.